this Napoleon, because there's a lot of Borderies in there.
Yes.
Is it just one very special cognac within the range, or?
It is one special cognac within the range.
So why?
Because my father was an admirer of Napoleon. So he wanted a very special brand.
Well, you got good men in your family. Your husband
I have one.
first.
Yes, I have wonderful men.
father.
My father was my mentor. I mean, unfortunately, he passed away in 2003, but he died at the age of 83. He had a fabulous life. I mean, he was a hunter, a salmon fisherman, a fly fisherman, and he was an admirer of Napoleon.
Benedicte, we are at this very crucial moment when I need to taste the Noce d'Or.
Well, the name, first of all, Noce d'Or doesn't mean anything in English, except that for us, this is the anniversary series. When we reach over 25 years of aging, which is our XO, we use Grand Champagne only. But to designate those cognacs and make something, you know, I personally don't believe cognac should be vintage. I mean, there are some exceptions. But I mean, for me, the art of blending is really the art of what cognac is. Mm-hmm. And so we have built that in my family for many, many years. So, because if not, I wouldn't need my blender. I mean, I could put that in the barrels, put a year on it, and keep that under the administration locks, and that would be it. Mm-hmm. But Mother Nature sometimes can give you some wonderful things, and the year after it can be disappointing. So the great talent and skills of a master blender is to balance those skills and those defects and make something that is the style of each house, which is really, there is no bad cognac, there is only differences between the houses. Right. So we designate our old reserves, 30 years and up, with anniversary numbers, anniversary series. So we have a 30-year-old in a crystal decanter called Pearl, Noce de Perle, Pearl decanter. Then we go to 50 years of aging, which is this Noce d'Or. Noce is anniversary and Or is gold. So, and which designates what is inside. In fact, the idea is for people to understand that the marriage between cognac and oak lasted 50 years. Mm-hmm. Then we have a 60-year-old called Diamond anniversary. And then we have an alabaster anniversary, which is very rare, but some people can reach that time, you know, in a marriage, in a happy marriage, hopefully, 75 years. And we call it, the nickname is Rosebud because the decanter is made by dome crystal and the stopper looks like a rosebud. But all the series indicate Grand Champagne only and aging, minimum age that we have. Most of the time, it's not more than what we say it is. Mm-hmm. That means in this one, there is not more than 50 years of aging in this cognacs. But it's an influx of different cognacs. At least, I would say 20 might be in that blend. So we're very lucky. I mean, if whoever wants to come and visit, to see that we really definitely have a paradise that is really impressive.
But this is already very impressive to have cognacs that can last that long, because not all cognacs can stay.
That's true.
For that long and still better up with further aging.
You know that today the great difference before the phylloxera crisis at the end of the 19th century, when our main grapes were Folle Blanche and Colombard, this product could stay in oak for close to 100 years, strangely enough. Today with Uni Blanc that replaced French Folle Blanche and Colombard, 90% at least, it is true that you cannot keep a cognac more than 60 years in oak. So there is two schools there. The people that believe that when you take away from oak and you put that in what you call in this country demi-jaune, that we call dame jaune, the cognac doesn't age any longer. I don't believe in that because I had the privilege to taste some products that have been aged in the bottles. And because there is, as soon as you have an exchange with air, there is always an oxidation. You call it the way you want, but it's still, so I refuse to hear, oh, no, they don't age in bottle. They do age. I mean, it's not the same way, but they do age.
Because the top was taken off and some was taken out.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
And therefore there's air coming in. And
absolutely. So there is some oxidation, no question. So we're very lucky that we have these kind of products. Well, I would say we sell zillions of bottles of that. In the US, we sell approximately 5,000 bottles a year, which is not that much.
Well, but for something that's at least 50 years old.
But, you know, we could probably double that. But I mean, I would lie to you if I would say, oh, we can sell, we have so much. It's not true. I mean, it's something you keep. With one barrel that was produced and distilled 50 years ago, we only have one left because we have this famous Part des Anges, the angel share.
Ah, and this angel share. You got to talk about it because I know that you're putting out something quite special every year during that event.
Yes, this event, who started a few years back in Cognac, is a beautiful charity auction in which 20 houses of cognac offer something very special and in hope to raise money for a charity cause. And last year it was for Les Petits Frères des Pauvres, which is an organization in France that takes care of the homeless and build houses for them. So it's very dear to many of these cognac houses to give something very special. Well, we try at Hardy to give something that is unique, and we're very fortunate this year to start a collaboration with Lalique, the famous crystal maker, who came to us because they knew we were very involved into crystal and everything, and they said, what about working with us? And we were extremely pleased because 30 years ago I tried to work with them, and Mrs. Lalique, who was alive at that time, only wanted perfume in her product, so and not alcohol. Well, the mentality has changed now, and they're very pleased that we have this collaboration starting. We will have the decanter that we are giving is the number 0000 of a series that will be only 333 units for the world. That will be quite a unique presentation because it's in a beautiful red box, raspberry red, leather, and that you hold like a hat box, you know, that you open. And when you put the display, some of them will be even lighted underneath. You have the decanter empty, a little funnel, and a very special bottle of pre-World War I cognac, certified such by the American Customs and the BATF in 1983, when my father had the good fortune to bottle that cognac. And this cognac was supposed to be sold entirely. 30 years later, we still have some that we could get back from the United States, and that's how we can present it to very few and rare customers.
And so maybe we'll come back to the United States after purchase.
It's going to be coming back to the United States because I definitely want to put some emphasis on that product, which is absolutely magnificent.
Beautiful. Perfect. Well,
let's try the Noce d'Or.
It's looking at me.
You cannot resist, Flavien, I know you.
Whatever you say. But if you pour some,
yes,
of course I will.
Because you're so polite.
Of course.
French.
Well, then I don't know.
You don't know about that. I don't either.
Thank you very much.
That's why I work here. So this is definitely our pride and joy. You know, I said at the beginning of that interview that the VSOP is definitely the style that you want to, you're very proud of what you do, starting with the VSOP. But for me, this is the achievement of a lifetime. Is when there was a friendly competition in Cognac of different, you know, a little group of the winemakers and the blenders and everything. And my uncle participated in so many of those with this product. And many times he won.
Well.
And when he retired, they were happy because it was leaving room for the others. Francis, my uncle, would never say that because he's a very modest person. But at the same time, it is true. I mean,
there's so much zest in it. It is so fresh, so refreshing. Sometimes a very old cognac comes with what a few people call with the most obvious pride, rancio.
Yes.
But sometimes it's
passé. Sometimes it's passé. I agree with you.
It's a bit out.
Yes. And it's you know, funny thing, sometimes in very old cognac there is some acidity, which is not nice. There is a way to fight that. I was raised in a family where, as I told you, we have a sweet tooth. So sometimes when the cognac are very old and drier, you know, because the texture is dry and acidic a little bit, I just put a touch of sugar. I know it can look sacrilegious, but I'm telling you, it brings back a lot of flavors. Sometimes too, in old cognacs, I like to add just a drop of water just like they do in the Scotch industry, just to open the nose and bring more. You should try that sometimes.
Well, I've tried, but maybe not on
very old cognac.
Yeah.
Try on old.
Because otherwise...
When you are lucky enough to have a product that has still some structure and some body like this one...
Right. It's not going to draw on it.
No, it won't. And it's a drop. It's very little.
It's got so much in it. Of course, glorious orange marmalade.
Yes.
But then it's
prunes.
Great. Yeah.
Prunes. And, you know, in the Charente area, when the harvest is finished and when we have all this autumn fruit, you know, the apple, the rest of the grapes and everything, my grandmother was used to make a jam that we call résiné, which was all the fruit of the last part of autumn, because we harvest in October. So that's the very end of pear, apple, and some of the grapes. And she was collecting all those fruit and making this jam. This is what this cognac smells. And on those products, that's something I'm sure you say that to your customers here that come here for a nice glass of cognac. Cognac evolves so fast. I encourage people to serve cognac and let it sit for a while because it's so complex that it develops so many flavors when it's just out of its prison, because these bottles are a prison for them.
Free them up.
Free.
Well,
thank you, Flavien.
Wherever you are in the world, but hopefully in one of those great places, you can enjoy what we're enjoying now. Otherwise, well, you'll just have to come here at Brandy Library and ask for that Noce d'Or, and you'll have it.
Because Flavien has everything. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Benedicte.
You're welcome, Flavien. A pleasure. It's so round. It's
everywhere.
You have it, but it's full on your palate. It's a delight. It was my father's favorite, my uncle's favorite, and we still have some older reserve that are exceptional. So I'm planning to come back and do that with you and taste you on our 60, 75, and even more.
It's here and in the fall. Stay tuned on the Brand Ambassador series.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.